So it's official. FaZe has left the Big Brother Naija season 10 house, and it was inevitable. There was no way he wouldn't have gotten a strike or 2 strikes, but I think people started saying that he probably have some sort of 9 lives. So Big Brother didn't want to, keep him further, because keeping him further would mean that they're condoning certain behaviors. I mean, some of the things that have happened in the house. I kept saying that this is not the Big Brother that we watch. When things happen, especially when it's violent, there's like an immediate call. Come to the diary session, or call everybody, someone to the lounge. I mean, that's not 2 ways. There's no way. Let's just leave it. No, it doesn't happen. When Zita threw the plate of stuff on this, I said that this is a disqualification. You threw something on somebody's face. That's violence. What if he got blinded? What if what she was holding was hot water? And Zita did the same thing to Mide, hitting her with pots. I said, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. You can shout, you can quarrel, you can do whatever you want to do, but don't when it comes to that, don't be violent, especially when it has to do with a woman. Hey, yeah. Big Brother Naija disqualifies Faith Adewale after clash with Sultana Farida. Faith Adewale and Sultana Farida engaged in a physical altercation during its skincare task rehearsals in the Big Brother Naija season 10 house in Lagos on Thursday, leading to Sultana twisting her ankle after stumbling during a bucket tug. Big Brother announced Faith's immediate disqualification for physical violence, removing him from the competition just days before the October 5th finale. The incident has drawn mixed online reactions, with Sultana supporters calling for accountability and FaZe fans defending the mutual struggle. So Sultana handler now tweeted at Faith, this is before the disqualification happened, and said, "I want you to watch this video and see for yourself the kind of human being Faith is. There's absolutely no justification for this, and nobody, I repeat, nobody should ever be treated this way in the Big Brother house. You really have the audacity and effrontery to do this simply because she's a woman, standing for what's right and what rightfully belongs to her. Is this what it has come to? We are all adults, and if you think treating someone like an animal is acceptable, then you don't deserve to be here. This is truly sad, because Sultana did nothing to deserve such an attack. This is the height of it, and I honestly have no more words to describe it. Hopefully, Sultana wasn't hurt by this." So, at BBNaija, Sultana Farida, BBNaija. This was tweeted like 8 hours ago. Look at what the video that was attached to it. Look at this. Look at it. Drop that basket, he says. Why do you have to be struggling with a woman? Why? Why? You're a man. Why is he violent? Like, I don't get it. This basket is not yours. So what's the problem? Why are you dragging it? Why? What for? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? That's not fair. That's not the way to treat a woman. What the heck? Here we go. Reactions gone crazy. What did he do? And as a woman, why do you always want to fight a man? Even when Capable collected the bucket for peace to reign, she still went back for it. I'm not even a fan of Faith, but he never touched her. I watched the video where they were both dragging. We all know it. If he had been the way around, Faith would still get drags regardless. I pray he wins. on Sunday. Enough of the PT card. It's getting tiring. Okay, so apparently there's a whole lot that has been tweeted here. There's a whole lot that's been tweeted here. And trust me, it is bizarre. Everybody is going ballistic on Big Brother, some on FaZe. Some are just going crazy, you know. Obianu Juaku says, I requested for 50K compensation when my class board removed my chair forcefully, like he did here, and I fell down. If I was that girl, it will not end in his disqualification. Once I leave there, I'm suing. Ha ha. They're already taking it higher than what it should be. This one says, Biggie used this FaZe guy for content. Shaking my head. He should have been thrown out since. But Biggie needs narratives and drama. Same energy, same thing he did to Emissi. Faith Adewale is an abuser. So somebody tweeted this and says that he's an abuser because of the things that he has been doing, especially even with Emissi. You know, so let me see if I can grab that video and play back for you, so you know what exactly is going on. But it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. This guy needs a therapy. I mean, this is a doctor that needs a doctor. Look at it. 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 Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Forcing everything, especially when it comes to women. But he doesn't do like that for guys. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't do that for guys. Look at this. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I don't understand this guy. Meanwhile, he didn't even need the items in the basket, just committed to being a beast. He didn't need it at the time. He didn't need it. This is crazy. Heard he's been disqualified, rightfully so. Just like that, Big Brother cleared all allegations that FaZe is an industry plant. Would have helped if he had gotten warning strikes earlier, though. This one says, hi, I'm from the future. Hope you are still breathing. Now go and vote for Sultana. Here we go. Go and disqualify her now. You people watch this and we're happy. He humbled Emissi. You all are enablers, hypocrites. I'm still referring to that particular video where he forcefully took away the ports from Emissi. He's really forceful. He's really forceful when it comes to women, and I think he needs to calm down. He needs to calm down. He's a human being after all. Sometimes this game can really get to your head, and so you lose virtually everything. All right. So I would rather say that we should give him a benefit of doubt. Hopefully he comes and apologize. And when he does, I think he should also go for therapy. I mean, it's very important he does that because, shit, I don't know, man. I can only imagine what will be going through the minds of his people. He probably may have disappointed them, the way and manner that he went about his relationship with women. He's been forceful with women. I don't know. Just check. There hasn't been any time you see FaZe quarrel with a guy and try to drag something from a guy. He doesn't do it. He doesn't, because he's also scared. He's scared of the guy, but he feels that he's stronger than the ladies. That's the reason why he's going all out. Like he goes crazily all out against women. And of course, women are to be protected. Yes, they have their own issues. They have their mouth and all of those things. But again, you're on national TV. Everybody watches you. And if people watch you, the only thing you can do as a person is to try as much as you can to even fake itself. Fake it. I think it was Uti Wachuku that said you should fake it until you make it. If you can, if you can, if you can, please fake it until you make it. Okay. So what happens to the house right now? That we were saying that it's between FaZe and Emissi. Well, as it stands, FaZe is no longer there, and this show has to go on. The show is just 3 days away. Today's Thursday. We'll have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And quite frankly, it's important that we address this. Faith is the kind of guy who feels his intelligence can cover him. His intelligence can, outweigh his bad behavior. It's a lesson for everybody, especially those who think because they are intelligent, because they have all what it takes, up there, they feel it can be used to cover whatever bad behavior that they have. It's clear that Faith has temperament issues. He has a short temper. Yes, he's short, but he has a very short temper, and it comes at somebody who is convinced about his abilities. He knows his onions. He knows what he can do when it comes to reaching for the stars. He can achieve everything, but when you are unable to drop your ego, to be humble, when you are unable to give your best, to work in a team, when you are almost always portraying yourself as better than the rest, it becomes a problem. I mean, this particular issue is somewhat an issue that, if you analyze it properly, you will know that there is no way you can fault Sultana on this. This is a task given to everybody, 10 people. And then you went and carried it the previous night and started working on it alone. Why? It's a task for everybody, and the deadline was tomorrow. So what's this thing with Sultana? Oh, you waited for Sultana. Okay, Sultana didn't come at the time she came. Okay, you are not it's not even your jurisdiction. You are a doctor. Sultana is saying, this is my jurisdiction. I'm going to lead this thing. Stay away and just contribute. And then you said, oh, when they called you, you refused to come. Okay, so why don't you wait for everybody to be ready to be able to execute this task? That's this thing about, I too know, let me lead them. And then it is not even in his position to even go and call Sultana, because there's a head of house, there's Jason Jai, there's a head of house that should have, been the one to control things, not him. But that thing on his head, ego, leadership, perfectionists, this thing is tomorrow, but then I need to get it done today. It's always hovering around his head. And then that thing now carried him to now start dragging with, like, 4 people to drag. You will never see him drag with the guy. That's the thing. You will never see him drag with a guy. He shouts, he quarrels with the guy, because of course they'll give it to him now. Back to back. Is he even strong? But when it's a woman, you just see him being too crazily mad. I'm pained though. I'm pained. I'm pained not that Big Brother did not do the right thing. Okay? I'm pained not that Big Brother, was going to lose some sort of credibility, because I have seen violence come back to back, and this thing is not done. Oh. This is not done on live TV, because again, tomorrow somebody will say, after all, we saw it on TV, somebody threw plates on somebody's face and they excused the person. But it's true. Zita should have been disqualified the moment. It wouldn't have been up to 10-15 minutes she did that thing. She'd have left that place. Just you are because you are provoked, you carry plates with food and threw on somebody's face. Zita should have been disqualified. And now people are now putting the things together. How come Zita did this and you didn't disqualify it? And then is it because he's a woman and they did that to a guy? And there's some other things that Big Brother had overlooked, which is not supposed to be. So Big Brother was supposed to, with this level of credibility is returned to Big Brother and the management and their decision. Some level of credibility has returned, so to speak. But I still maintain that by and large, Big Brother allowed these kinds of things. If one or two persons that had done this thing in the past was disqualified, FaZe would have been more careful. FaZe was doing it like he was like Big Brother's elder brother. Even when they invited him to the diary session to come and query him, do you know he was arguing with Big Brother? I'll bring out that video. He was arguing with Big Brother, and I was saying that Big Brother, yes, you have a point, but that she should have. It's a Big Brother house. Big Brother was trying to tell him that you made a mistake. This thing, deadline is for tomorrow, and you're not the head of house. You are supposed to report to the head of house to see what's going on, so that the head of house can caution Sultana. You didn't do that. And then you took the thing on top of upon your head and say, oh. And I'm shocked. The one that is even shocking me the most is Pere on Twitter defending that action. It's best of the same feather, because he's seen himself inside FaZe now. That's the reason why he would carelessly, stupidly defend FaZe in that action that he took. It's so bad. It's so terrible. And look, guys, I hate it when, and this is who we are. This is who we are. Most of us, when we see something that is bad, we don't say it is bad. We try to sugarcoat it. We try to say, no, now, because the person who is involved is our friend or is somebody who we are standing for. Is it fair? I'm not just saying this about Big Brother, but about every other thing. Is it fair to have that situation playing out on national TV and we are excusing violence? So in our house, wherever we are, when we quarrel, we should start dragging things. You see, you guys don't know the extent of what Big Brother does. You don't know the millions of homes Big Brother get to. And sometimes when things are excused, when things are left unchecked, it goes a long way to re-engineer people's minds. Don't think people don't watch Big Brother or people don't lose interest on Big Brother. The more people have lost interest on Big Brother, the more people have continued following up on Big Brother. I am not kidding. In fact, if Big Brother loses 1 million views last year, they gained 2 million this year. If they lose 2 million this year, they gain 4 million next year. So the extent of what plays out on live TV is the reflection of what happens in society. But then the idea of Big Brother is to make sure that beyond the winnings and the house chores that is done, but in human character and human capacity and human interaction, violence should not play any role at all. No matter how small, violence should not play any role. Anybody can say anything to anybody. I mean, it's your words against my words now. You say I be mumu, bambolo shiga, Mario Bolo give me bele. I have my mouth to say the same thing. Now you go bambolo shiga, bolo give me bele. I go we'll say bambolo shiga together. You have your mouth, you have my mouth. And if you don't like it as a man, you walk away, you move away from that environment. But when it crosses that line of somebody trying to hit you something, throw something at you, or throw a punch at you, no. That is the reason why that Zita thing is still paining me. The first one she did to me, they carry pot and hit her, and then the second one had carry plate and threw at that would have been instant disqualification. There's no sugarcoating it. We shouldn't excuse certain things. No, it shouldn't be excused. Then not to talk of what he did first with Emissi. Struggling. I don't want struggling something with a woman and then shoving them. Oh, to what end? Why? What for? Same thing with the kerosene thing that he was struggling with Emissi. What? And then some of you, we are excusing it because we are standing him. Why? Can't you call a spade a spade? Say it the way it is. This is wrong. It should be condemned. In fact, for those of you who know Gloria very well, Gloria is one of the persons who analyzes Big Brother. In fact, most of her videos are online, on YouTube specifically. When I saw her tweet about the faith thing, I said, okay, at least this one gets more sense. You know, this one gets more, because you could tell that Gloria supports faith. And I'm not saying don't support your favorite. I mean, your favorite would always be your favorite. Support your favorite. Nobody is stopping you from supporting your favorite. But please, don't lord it over, or don't lord it over people. Don't make it look so obvious, so you know, condescending, or make it look like, oh, every other person is down, and then this person is up. Everybody's got an opportunity to express themselves the way that they can and they want. And let me tell you what even happened to me. I've seen a lot of people when you know, I did my first video and I was just pushing narratives for Emissi. Don't know Emissi from anywhere. I just felt that the first time that I got endeared to Emissi was when she went under the speaker. He was trying to talk to Big Brother about something. I don't know whether she doesn't know that you needed to, you know, speak to the head of the house or something, and then go to a diary room in case it's something private. But she went under the the speaker and was like trying to talk to Big Brother through the speaker. That was so hilarious. And I said, who is this mad woman? Who is this bushman? When they go on the speaker, one go speak to Big Brother. It was so crazy. It was so hilarious. That was the first time, and since then, I just, a lot of things just took my attention. I started doing other things. But over time, there are other things that she did and she has done in the house that she became effortlessly funny. Like, you would not tell that this kind of person, you cannot even tell that this kind of person faced the kinds of things that she faced while she was growing up at age 13. You know, you couldn't tell because she was funny, she was talented when it comes to acting, she gives in her best when it comes to house competitions. You know, you could tell she's doing her best. You know, even though she's not the type that wins a lot in the house, it's not the type that wins competition or wins head of a house in the house. But you could tell that she's putting effort. You know. So I tell you what happened to me. A few persons called me and they were telling me, wow, this one where they support Yoruba girl. I said, excuse me, what do you mean by that? That there's Igbo there now. This season they took a lot of Yoruba people and put them into the house, and you hear Kola, you hear Kebubu, you will not hear any Igbo. I said, are you kidding me right now? The conversation was so tiring. Now I say, okay, the people that they put in the house, are they not human beings? Like, are they not human beings? Are they not also other seasons that we have more people who are from the southeast and south states than they were from southwest? So what's this thing about tribes? Putting tribalism and ethnicity in front of everything that we do. What's this thing? Why are we like this? I'm not talking about just 3 or 4 people. I'm talking about 15, 20 persons calling me and telling me why shouldn't I support an Igbo person that did the Ashon, we say is at least a Delta Igbo. I should support him. I should support her. Why am I putting all this energy, wasting my money, wasting my data, and the person I'm supporting is Emissi? Small thing remain. The way I would have slammed that person, that small thing remain. I know, just because, again, this is the thing with us as a people. We jettison people's substance and then start asking where they come from. if somebody is educated, if somebody is smart, somebody is good, you don't give them that position because we feel they are not from our tribe. And the painful thing is that even when these people who are so-called from our tribe go to another person's, assume the position, the so-called tribe that the person who have assumed position does not play any significant role in our personal lives. But we just think, oh, because it's my tribe, as my Igbo Ibi, make it go represent Igbo. What the? So a Yoruba person is not competent because he's Yoruba, not because he doesn't have the capacity to. Or an Igbo person is not competent, not because he's not competent enough. An Hausa person is not competent, not because they're not good, they're not educated enough, they don't have the capacity to mount that position, but just because they're from a certain tribe. Is it fair? Is it fair? I'm just putting this out there as a lesson to everybody and to anyone who cares to listen. Because again, for every season of Big Brother that come and go, there's something something people learn. At least for this season, we can tell that you are intelligent, you are smart, you still don't get it. Yes, you don't have everything all covered. You still have to work on one or two things. And so when you are intelligent, when God has blessed you with intelligence and smartness, and don't overdo by bringing down people, by talking down on people, by telling people off. Don't overdo it. They are also human beings. It's just that they are also blessed in their own way. They're not blessed in the way and manner you are blessed with a gift of the gap, intelligence, book smart, street smart. There are other ways that somebody can be better than you. In a very good day, guy, if they put Emissi and FaZe for acting, who go win? FaZe will not come close. But Emissi is perfect with her acting. Book smart, presentation, speaking English. Oh, okay, FaZe can take that one. But you don't have everything covered. There's something deficient about you. So this thing about put everybody out because this person is intelligent. No. Give everybody the chance, the opportunity to aspire. To every opportunities that are around. Let there be no discrimination because somebody is smart. And now look at what smartness has cost him now. He's too smart, so smart that he wants to tell everybody what time to come out and do work because you are head of house. Not that you're even head of house. As in, it's just terrible. And to even think that just 2-3 days ago they talked for almost 2-3 hours, going back and forth. He see the smart, said he wasn't going to say a word. It was the same Sultana that went to him, spoke to him, was practically just asking him to talk because he hasn't been talking. And in that conversation, I heard that Sultana told him that he reminds her of her unruly brother in his family. Oh, geez, you have no look. I heard that conversation, a part of it at least. Sultana was telling FaZe in that conversation that he reminds her his braggadociousness, his high-handedness, his shoulder-high attitude reminds her of their brother who has been unruly to the family, who has brought shame to her family. And so when she sees him, what she sees is the brother that is unruly, that he reminds her of that person, that brother of hers, that the mother has completely given up on the so-called brother. And yet, the so-called braggadocious faith, oh, I want to. You want to be everywhere. You know, and to think that, do you know FaZe actually likes Sultana? FaZe likes, he has told Sultana. If a part of the reasons why he broke that his jinx of not talking was because of Sultana. Yes, because he truly does like Sultana. But then, the thing just happened at the spur of the moment. Sometimes spur of the moment actions can cost you a lot. But for me, the whole reason why I'm even pained about this whole thing, frankly speaking, let me tell you why. I would have loved him to watch it while he's on that stage. Watch Emissi lift that money. Because what the narrative would be now is, it will say FaZe D in for win. Lie. The same narrative sold. It will say Erica did. What's that guy's name that won? The slim guy wouldn't have won. The other one, Setacha did. Messi for no win. Well, that might be true. That particular season was deadly. That was deadly. But in this case, there was no way in the world, because the odds were against FaZe. That he was a bully. He doesn't respect women. He thinks his opinion is far better than yours. You know, he had an altercation with virtually everybody, even in task. He wants to be the one to bring the idea. He wants to be the one to lead the idea. He wants to be the one to control the narrative. Allow people breathe. Allow people to contribute, even though your own is much more brilliant. But allow people contribute. Yes, you are brilliant. Everybody's a Dundee. Yes, but then they're in the same house with you. You're not better. You're not God. I hope he comes out and does the right thing. I hope he comes back, does the right thing. I would suggest nobody's above mistake. Mistake has been done. Apologize. Nobody's above mistake. And trust me, like I always tell people, look, you don't know what you are capable of doing until certain situations are put in your front. Yes. You don't know what you are capable of doing. You forget all this way to say, I cannot, you should not. You can be mentally deranged. The way manner you are locked in that house, the same people you see every day, and every other Sunday, 1 or 2 persons leave the house. You're not going anywhere. You take your bath and come back after your so-called task. You come back and relax. You know, things just keep happening and keep happening and keep happening. So I'm just saying that, guy, is not the time to castigate him, to throw him away, or to bomb him, to destroy him. He's shown his capacity, but again, I think he should come out, apologize to the public, apologize to his family, of course, to all his fans, because it's his fans that he let down. People who are standing for him, and at least now they would know that actually what he did was wrong. But then there might be a twist. Remember, people are now saying, okay, since FaZe is not going to get all the votes, should be transferred to somebody else. But trust me, even if you add FaZe's votes with Sultana's votes and this other person's vote, you don't go reach Emissi's votes. He no go reach anywhere. No go anywhere. Emissi will clinch it with a wide margin against FaZe. I'm telling you, with a wide margin against FaZe. So there was no two ways about it. So I'm just saying that there are ways. I mean, it's a mistake. I mean, there could be a way around the life with what we have done and what we have seen. And I hope that it ends here. We wouldn't have to start dragging him. He's already in the mud. Nobody drags somebody who's already in the mud. So Emissi is a coast to glory for that Sunday. I want to say congratulations ahead of time, because I mean, I don't see anybody who is going to compete with Emissi for the money. But right now, as it is, it's a huge congratulations to Emissi for winning this season's Big Brother. I am proud to have supported her, to have used my resources to support her, to have given her my time. I've also called and also did votings and did what I did with people that I did stuff with, supporting her, you know, and burning data to to push narratives about her. You know, it was fun doing it. If I'm called to do it again, if there's another Emissi that comes on again for another season, we will do it again, as long as the person embodies that personality, that style, that character, that genuineness that comes with a person who really wants to get going after a devastating true life story of how she was raped twice and got pregnant from that devastation, and then she's getting out of it. I mean, there's nothing. There's just a story of resilience, man. It's a story of resilience. There are people who will never forget that trauma. It will haunt them for the rest of their lives. And so it behoves on everyone and everybody within the family to make sure that Emissi takes this and then move on with her life. All right. I mean, to think that Emissi even likes FaZe from the beginning, because she approached FaZe. She wanted FaZe. But FaZe told her that it was Sultana that he wanted. This thing is just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But I think we can forgive. And as Emi started, let go of things that have happened. If he does apologize, though, then things can smoothen out. But if he doesn't, life continues. I mean, his apology wouldn't make any difference, because again, I mean, it is you who is in the wake of everything, and somewhat, if you don't apologize, it does look like you've got a real problem. Here. Hopefully, as he grows older, he will see reasons to stay away from dragging and from being violent against women. Yeah. I mean, for a doctor, you would think that this guy should be somebody who should be promoting the cause of violence against women. Yes, violence. He should be promoting peace. What am I even saying? He should be in the forefront of making sure that violence against women awareness campaign is put out, for the life of me, and I think FaZe should be given that ambassadorship. Yes, he should be given that ambassadorship, the ambassador of, being a champion of stopping violence against women, or creating a platform that would assist in making him become an advocate against violence against women. Yes, that way it puts him in a consciousness every time of saying, don't do this, it's against a woman, don't do this. Make sure you promote every cause that would help a woman grow in everything that they do in their life. So I think that there should be a win-win situation here. I think there should be a win-win situation, and I hope that happens, and happens pretty quickly too. I mean, Lagos State can just grab him and say, you know what, come and be an ambassador for that under the Ministry of Women Affairs. Nigeria can grab him and say, you know what, come and advocate. We want you to be the face of somebody who would help to promote and create an awareness for people again, for making sure that violence against women is stopped, so to speak. So the different NGOs that can put him on their payroll to do that for at least a year. That way, the stigma, goes away, and then at least over time, he puts in his consciousness that, this is wrong, as the case may be, especially as it concerns violence against women. That's a win-win situation. That's my thinking. I don't know what you think. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you as always, guys. All right. Drop your comments. You can call in, by the way. You can call in. Your numbers are scrolling right now on your screen. That's 08088, right? That's 0808-838-1010. 0808-838-1010. You could do, that is if you're calling out of Nigeria, +234 808-838-1010. Calling and tell me what you think about this disqualification. We'd like to talk about it all through the night if it's possible. Okay, thank you guys. I'll see you on the other side. Just when we thought that it won't get any worse, it gets worse by the day as we wrap things up at the BBNaija season 10 over 10. So it happens that there's a fight between FaZe and Sultana, and it was all about the baking buckets. My own is not even the issues that they have with the baking bucket, for the wager task, but it's about the way FaZe was really forceful, the way and manner he dealt with Sultana. I mean, how do you struggle with a woman in that direction and then push her to the ground? Yes, the argument is, he didn't hit her. Okay, he didn't hit her, but that struggle can actually get somebody wounded. FaZe, this is not the first time we're seeing FaZe actually fight with women. I mean, we've seen that happen with, Emissi, and we thought maybe it's a one-off. But now here's with Sultana. I thought some few days ago they had their issues all, shrugged off. They had the discussions, that lasted for over an hour. So it felt like it was something that they had, thrashed. So why wouldn't, how many days now? 2 days. They are fighting each other. And the way FaZe was forceful, like I don't understand it. Why is he always fighting with women? Why? This is the kind of person you want to give the trophy. You want him to win this particular edition of Big Brother because he's intelligent, because he is smart. So we should just carry the trophy and give it to him, even after his tendency to hit women who are vulnerable. Come on, man. Come on. This is terrible, man. Now, watch this, man. Watch this. This is just too bad. Look at. Just look at. Just look at. Why are you fighting? Why are you fighting a woman like that? And Dede is even telling him, relax. Relax. Can you imagine? You think you are like this? You say, what the? Can you imagine how forceful that is? Can you? You already injured my hand. You have injured my hand. And then you have twisted. Why do that kind of thing to a woman? They're even begging him. They're begging him to let her go.
I need those things. FaZe is not doing anything here. I need it. FaZe is not doing anything here.
What the heck?
FaZe is not doing anything here.
Can you imagine that? Like, guys, can you imagine that? Why the hell does he think he could go over a woman like that? Why? That I need to see some reactions. I need to see some reaction, because the reaction here are unbelievable. With people saying that after all he did not beat her, he did not hit her. But for crying out loud, there's a pattern. Yes, you are brilliant, but you are not smart with relationship with women. Your ego is bigger than you. You are trying to force yourself on certain things that you shouldn't be doing. Why is everything about him? Even his supporter, Gloria. You guys know Gloria now, the lady that's on YouTube that basically talks about housemates, in a way and manner she feels they should, because it seems Gloria loves FaZe so much because of his tendencies of being smart or maybe intelligent. And of course, some women love intelligent men, but they really don't know that sometimes some intelligent men are violent, just like FaZe. Yes. And Gloria was even touting him on Twitter that no, he should have let that go, that people are not going to look at what happened or the reasons why those things happened. They were going to look at his reaction. And that is what I keep saying. 90% of what you are is your reaction to things. But people will not understand. How do you fight with a woman and throw her on the floor? It means you can actually beat a woman. That's exactly what that means. In this day and age, people talk about domestic violence. FaZe is someone that can actually domestically violate a woman. It is clear. He's done that with Emissi. He's just lucky in all other times that he wasn't giving strikes or maybe even disqualified, and it's just so crazy. Let me see if I can grab a few of the so-called reactions that we're seeing on Twitter, because it's trending on X as well. On October 2nd, 2025, around 8 a.m. in the Big Brother Naija Season 10 house, finalist FaZe Adewale pushed fellow finalist Sultana to the floor during a dispute over morning chores, causing her to twist her ankle. The incidents captured on live feeds occurred amidst heightened tensions in the final week before the October 5th finale. With no immediate action from production, social media users have called for FaZe's disqualification, while some defend his actions, citing Sultana's delays in task. This one says, BBNaija, if FaZe is not disqualified today, then the show should not come back next year, because we can't have two big brothers in the same house. And of course, people have reacted to that particular incident. And this one says, did you watch it from the beginning? FaZe has been waiting for Sultana for some time, only for her to come out and carry the grabber to a head of house room. Dorsey says, Mercy, shame on you defending that rubbish. Would you say this is he doesn't? Would you say this if he does it to Diddy? This one says, you are becoming unbearable. You can never filter your choice of words based on past relationships. Shame on me from you, because I gave my opinion to what I watched. You guys only react to the reaction, but never to what caused the reaction. Shame on you, Dorsey. They are going back and forth regarding that. So, okay, let's see other reactions. To pour hot indomie on someone's face versus dragging buckets with someone, which one deserves disqualification? Also, who provoked who first? Without those answers, I think it is tough. It's a tough call to make. Polane says, did he assault her? If Zita was not disqualified for what she did, why must FaZe be disqualified for dragging a basket out of her hands? She fell, I get it, but he didn't push her. Let's wait and see how Biggie will see it. Omwabon says, make them not disqualify Amo. Okay. I want him to cry when Emissi win. I see what you did there. Mr. Mrs. Omo, you are wasting your energy. They won't do anything to him, even if them go do something. Now, warning him go chop. That boy is their pet, and they can never disqualify him. Omadi says he should not be disqualified. If that happens and Emissi wins on Sunday, the native doctor and his fans would say he didn't win because he was disqualified. He should be issued a double strike.